So I asked this girl, I didn't know anything about her. And so I post the video, and right away there was a comment, and somebody goes, hey, tell me that girl so-and-so isn't so-and-so. And I go, what? And I looked, and I reached out to Tony, and oh my goodness, gentlemen, we had a for real, like legit, like porn star working here. She didn't end up working out.
No.
What's up, everyone? So little travel vlog today, all right? We're gonna be doing a few things. Number one, we gotta run over to the warehouse to check on Pete and Pedro, a few little issues there. Then I gotta head to the salon. There's a leak in the basement that we gotta check out. I gotta check out, see what's going on. But I also thought, since I was there, that we'd sit down with Courtney, the manager, and maybe do like a little like out the Empire interview, talk to her, ask her questions about the salon, the business, just to hopefully give you some tips and advice if you ever wanna open or run a brick and mortar. If that sounds good, drop me one of these. So yesterday was Prime Day, and it was crazy. I think we did like $25,000 on Amazon on Pete and Pedro, for Pete and Pedro, which is insane. T. Hanley also had a crazy day. Everything's going pretty well at Pete and Pedro. Unfortunately, the margins that I have mentioned before in terms of my profit margin, we started to really get granular on those, because honestly, like, that is like the most important thing in terms of the health of your business. You know, everybody likes to talk about top line, right? Top line, that big sexy number, but the bottom line, what you stick in your pocket, that's the one that for me as a business owner, I want to make sure is healthy. Now, the issue is that we've been growing like crazy. Like this year, Pete and Pedro is up 30%. And so logically you would think, okay, if you're up 30%, your profit, the amount that you're putting in your pocket this year, should be up 30% over last year. It is not. And so the reason is because we're spending a lot more to actually earn our business. And what I mean by that is, when you get business through like organic means, right? You know, social media posting or a YouTube video or whatever it may be, right? That's like, think of it as like free advertising, right? Your cost of customer acquisition is like zero, right? But what we've been doing, because we've been going harder on the platform Amazon, we've been having to actually, you know, buy a lot more of our business or spend more. Now, the good news is that our ROI is great in terms of how much we're spending. We're getting like a 4-to-1 on our ad spend, but our margin gets greatly and drastically reduced in terms of your profit margin. We've also had some increases in expenses, right? And so anytime there's an increase in your expenses, you as the business owner are gonna take the biggest hit. And so when it's all said and done, like this year we're up like technically like 30%, but my profit is only up about 7 to 8%. Which is a little bit alarming. And so we really started to look at the numbers last week just to really get a better feel of it, and, you know, look at, okay, where are we overspending? What can we do to chop, or do we need to just keep doubling down and doing the things that we need to do? Because the real question is, okay, if I can get, you know, us to $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, what is the incremental profit associated with like every extra $1 million that I make? You know, if it's zero, if I'm capped, meaning like if I'm never making any more money because my profit margin is basically like zero, then why would I want to invest, right? Why would I want to take the risk in growing a business? It's all a math formula, and it's all about figuring out what you're comfortable with in terms of your profit margin, along with, you know, how much you want to make. Because when you think about a business, think of it as an investment, right? You're investing your hard-earned dollars or reinvesting the money that your business is making, and you got to make sure that you're getting it out. If everybody else in your company or whatever is getting rich or making more money exponentially, is it fair? Do you need to adjust it? If you set it up as a commission-based system in terms of how you reward people, do you need to modify it? Do you need to change it? And so a lot of conversations between myself and my marketing director, Mike Levy, this past week, but we feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about where we are. And honestly, the biggest thing is once you pull off the Band-Aid and actually look, because I read this interesting study that most business owners do not know what their profit margin is on their business, right? They know what the top line is, but they never really boil it down to figure out how much they're actually making or sticking in their pocket. And this report that I showed actually was pretty eye-opening. It showed a bunch of different like industries in terms of what the profit margin typically is. And for e-commerce, it was 5%, which I thought was crazy alarming. And so me, Pete and Pedro, we're up at around 20%. I thought we were better though. I thought I was closer to like 25%. Now, some months are better than others, but overall, generally speaking, I'm sitting right at around 20%, which historically is awesome. But for me, I always want to make more money, but I do also realize that you are going to have to sacrifice profit margin if you are going to grow the top line. Another quote that I kind of love is, you get what you inspect as opposed to what you expect, right? If you expect something, right, until you actually know and actually look, a lot of times some of your assumptions are wrong. And so for me, the numbers, the books this year were a little bit off, but once we dug a little deeper and peeled back the onion, we figured it out. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How's everything?
Good, you?
You know, we did like 25,000 bucks on Amazon yesterday.
I do know that.
It's crazy. Everything good?
Yep.
What's up? As a result of yesterday's craziness on Amazon, all this right here, this whole pallet, along with this pallet and this pallet, all sea salt sprays headed to Amazon. And the thing that really sucks about when you actually send something to Amazon is that you've got to individually like wrap it and stick a label on it, which is a huge time suck and pain in the butt. And so we've got some people that are doing it. You want to be on the camera? Say hi. Want to? All right, hold on. What are you doing?
Putting labels on the salt.
Labels on salt?
Yep.
Exciting?
Yeah.
Amazon salt.
That's it?
Yeah.
Check it out. How do you do it?
You have to unbox it, and then you take it out, twist it, stick the label on it, put it back in the box.
Gentlemen, it's that simple. It's that simple, but it's a pain in the butt. It takes a while. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute. You guys need some coffee? I need some coffee. Why don't we hit my favorite local coffee spot? It's called Tuesdays. It's right there. One of the things that I love so much about the little town that I live, Marietta, Georgia, is little stuff like this, right? There's this little town square, but I met the owners of this coffee place. They live right down the street from me, husband and wife, and it's just this little tiny, basically like walk-up shop. They have tables outside, incredible coffee, and it's really incredible to see like the community kind of just get behind them. This business has been crushing it lately, and super exciting. Let's go in. Andrew, I'm showing everybody your coffee shop.
Okay, sounds good.
How's business been since you opened?
It's been good, man. It's
Yeah?
been awesome, yeah. It's been busy. It's been honestly way busier than we thought we would, and we grew into like a neighborhood spot real quick. It was awesome.
How long have you been in business now?
18 months, just over.
Incredible.
Yeah, man. Yeah. 2 years in October.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. It's so fun.
Little spot, right? Super cute. This is it. And great coffee.
Thank you.
If you're in Marietta, come to Tuesdays. Have a good day, guys.
Have a good one, mate. See you around.
Thank you. Bye. How's the coffee?
It's good.
Oh. We've got a leak downstairs. Something.
Yeah, I think she said that. Is it unlocked?
No. All right. So this is it. I think I know what it is. All this trying to figure out, all right, so there's water down here. It's leaking from somewhere. I think I need to get something to stand on. Let's see. Let's see if it'll work. Ladies, all of our heads for training. Yes, I like it. Gentlemen, all right, so how am I gonna handle this? Which brings me to the business lesson of this vlog. Everybody needs a handyman, all right? I'm not talking about electrician that you can call or an AC guy, no. You need a dude that can fix and do a lot of shit, right? Everybody needs one because they're A, gonna be faster, they're also gonna save you a lot of money, all right? So for this situation, I got a guy, his name is Eric. We called him, we said, yo, Eric, come, fix it. We got a leak somewhere, he'll figure it out, he'll identify it, and then hopefully he'll fix it. What's up?
Hey.
Where's Courtney, in the back? Hey. Busy. Courtney, are you leaving? Are you leaving?
I was. I have to take Isabel to dance.
Huh?
I have to take Isabel to dance. I sent you a text.
Come in here for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Good? All right. So I was just in the basement. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not a big problem.
Okay.
Eric will figure it out.
Yes.
Which I said a business lesson for the vlog is find a handyman, somebody that can fix a lot of shit. Because if you were to call like an electrician or a plumber every time something broke, it would be really expensive.
Yeah.
Right?
That sucks. Yeah, and they can't come, and yeah, we have Eric on call, and he comes like right then, right when we call him.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Anyway.
He can fix most anything.
So everybody, I would like to introduce you to my most charming business partner. Her name is Courtney Talercio. She is the wife of Tony, who I run with every Sunday, and I was the reason why I got you into this business, right?
Yes.
For better or worse?
Yes, yes.
All right, so this is a business vlog. Give everybody kind of like, okay, so how long have we been in business here now?
About 2.5 years.
How's it been going?
Good. We're growing.
Knock on wood.
And that's not wood. We better knock on it though.
It's all right. We're growing?
Yeah, we're growing, and it's nice. So, you know, we have changes. We have to grow and develop with the changes. But yeah, we're growing. We're doing good.
This was a big learning experience for you specifically.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal, right? When I first went to Steven, I said, hey, Steven, if you ever want an investor, I'll invest in a salon. Well, then I started thinking, I'm like, wait a second. I don't necessarily know that I trust Steven to basically run the business, look at the books, and if I'm going to be investing money, I want to make sure that I've got somebody that I trust. And so one of my great friends, Tony, we run every week, and I was like, hey, you know, he also knew Steven, and Courtney knew Steven, and I said, you know, what would you think about possibly putting up half of the money and we start a business? And then my thinking was that, all right, Courtney, her kids are starting to leave the house. You've been a homemaker for a while, right?
A while, yes. And then I went into real estate, and
You're the one that found the building.
yes.
You're the one that found the building. But I said to Tony, I said, hey, what would you think about maybe doing this? And he was kind of looking for something else to do. And Courtney, I was like, you know what? She would make the perfect manager because she's smart, she has a great personality, and she's good with people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what has been the biggest, I guess, lesson that you've learned over the 2.5 years since we've been in business for other potential entrepreneurs?
Easy managing people. Like if your goal is like customer service, that's easy. You know, you're here to please the client. They're not always right, but most of the time that they're right, that's easy to deal with. It's dealing with the personalities of the people that you employ, having your business model, and everyone has to fit in that lane and down that line, and then keeping everybody on point. So that's when all dealing with all the different personalities, and we've had some wild personalities come in, and they usually were very lucky. They worked themselves out. So there's only been a handful of times that we've had to help them out because they don't fit in our lane.
Yeah. The porn star was fun.
You know, you can't make this up.
So here's a funny story. So I got to tell the story. I'm not going to say, okay, so we hired, you know, these people. Everybody here, like, you know, it's artistic, right? A lot of,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's, you know, pretty and got the makeup and the tattoos and everything. And it's just kind of like, it's the hairstylist world, right? So we hired this one girl, and I was in here like during COVID when we first opened, and I was running around with my camera and I was asking everybody like questions like, hey, what's, you know, a shoe that you love guys to wear, and what do you like this, what do you like that, right? So I asked this girl, I didn't know anything about her, and so I post the video, and right away there was a comment, and somebody goes, hey, tell me that girl so-and-so isn't so-and-so. And I go, what? And I looked, and I reached out to Tony, and oh my goodness, gentlemen, we had a for real, like legit, like porn star working here. She didn't end up working out.
No, I think that,
You can take the girl out of the industry, but the industry not what you know what the saying, right?
and I think if somebody comes in and they have one name, that's a red flag.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is
One name.
And then once we knew that, it was like no big deal, right? Because, you know, hey, everybody's entitled to a second shot as long
Right.
as you do what you need to do, you fit the values
Right.
of the company, everything's good, right? But we've had other people that, you know, we thought right up
Yeah.
front were great,
Yeah.
but then there's a lot of baggage
Yeah.
that you're going to have to deal with as a business owner, and depending on the industry, it's going to change, right? If you're in construction, a lot of the people that you're going to employ have other issues, right? Whether or not it's substance abuse issues, or, you know, on Friday, like that's one of the things that I'm dealing with in my house, right? on Monday, like there'll be like half of the framing crew shows up, and I asked the one guy, I'm like, where's everybody? Oh, they're still drinking because they got their paycheck. And so you always are gonna have to figure out and massage the people that you're going to employ and also the customers that you have. And so Courtney's big job is basically like herding cats, right?
Yeah, I say it's like when you let the hamsters out in the pet store at night and the lights are off, then you turn the lights on, you gotta find everybody. It's very similar, yeah.
Similar to hamsters.
Yeah. So
Similar to
you
hamsters.
have to deal with their mental health too. And then we just decided, you know, we're gonna start doing background checks because we just had an instance where maybe had we done a thorough background check, we would not have hired this person and let them on.
Yeah.
Even though on paper they
Awesome.
were awesome. But what happened kind of circled back around, and so
Who was it? Who? Who?
can you pause it?
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, so go on. Okay, so the
Yeah.
hardest part of your job is the management of people.
Also expectations. So
Go
when
on.
we interviewing, I
Keep
just
talking.
had this discussion with our manager Emily. We're having such a hard time getting employees that realize when you come here as a stylist, because we market so well, because we're running our business a certain way, you know, thank goodness we have so many new calls that come in. So when you're a new stylist, we're basically giving you this book of business where essentially you don't have to do old school style and go, hey, here's my card, can I cut your hair? You don't know me, please trust me. And it's not like that. We can book you clients as a new stylist, which is very
Rare.
unheard of unless you have a non-compete with a big box company. And
Non-competes, though, are kind of hard to enforce.
yeah, but they are lately.
They're enforcing them?
Some of the big box, I won't name names, but yeah, they are going after them with lawsuits. We don't do that. It's tedious and it's not nice,
It's not
actually.
worth it.
Yeah.
Nobody wins.
It's not
Whenever
worth
you
it.
hear like an attorney, nobody ever wins except the attorneys.
Yeah.
So go on.
So I think it's like a scare tactic. So we give you that. So when we're interviewing these people to come on as assistants, they're not wanting to work. They want to work 3 days. They want to work part-time. In this business, it's not possible. So it's very hard to get employees, and then they interview one way, show up a different way, and it's difficult. That is what is difficult.
One thing I would say, or if you're hiring somebody, you're interviewing somebody, the day that they come in for the interview, that is the best you're gonna get. And if they don't pay attention, if they don't take care of themselves, if they smell bad, if they're wearing something that's disheveled, it literally is never going to get any better. That's the best that you're gonna get. All right, I know you're running late on time.
It's okay.
Hardest thing, so that's the hardest thing. What is the best thing that you were kind of maybe like surprised about when you decided to manage and run this business?
The people, definitely. So on one hand, it's the clients when they come in and they've been through something and you give them this amazing experience and they're like, I love you so much. We've had tears of joy. We've had great events like that fills your cup and you're like, wow, this is why I do it. And then I just had a guy, I booked him at the pool randomly and he swam up to me, this, you know, middle-aged businessman, and he goes, I just need to tell you. And I said, yes. He goes, that's the best haircut of my life, and I've been to a lot of places, and I have no patience. I was like, wow, what a compliment fills my cup.
Who cut their hair?
DJ.
I need DJ to do it.
DJ, phenomenal. He said, I have no patience. The conversation was amazing. The time passed amazing. He had only rave reviews. It was awesome. That fills my cup. That's a bonus. And then our employees, when they want a goal and they reach the goal and you help them and you can see them get to that goal, that's like you watch your kid ride a bike.
Yeah.
It's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom if somebody's thinking about starting a business?
Yes, dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Be very specific in your categories and your lanes. Like, this is how I'm gonna run my business. This is my business model. I'm not gonna budge on these things. Be very careful.
Your non-negotiables.
Yes. Be careful who you hire. They have to be trustworthy. If you have money around, you have to trust. We did have 2 people steal money from us at the front desk. Can I say the names? I will.
I think I know.
The first one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We had somebody deal drugs from our front
Oh,
desk
yeah, that was
and
fun.
steal money.
Yeah. Cameras are also a good idea.
Yes, and extort a client.
What's up?
And welcome.
You need some? You need some? No, you're good. You need some? No, it's good. We can turn it off.
Yeah, do you want to be on? I know.
I know, right?
She's so pretty. I know.
All right.
Yeah, so be careful who you hire. They have to be trustworthy. I don't know. That's a hard process. You really have to gauge them. Like I said, background checks are great. And then having a great payroll system. There's been so many times where we've had to do things with the payroll that didn't run right. The taxes were weird. So we use a great program. Can I say it?
Yeah.
We use Gusto and we love it. So this can be a walking ad for Gusto. They're phenomenal for small businesses. You can do everything, and then your employees are independent. So then you on your end don't have to worry about tax documents. So yeah, just trustworthy. Hire trustworthy people, and never take your hands off the steering wheel. You always need to be involved, even if you have great managers, great people.
That's it.
Yeah.
You get what you inspect, not expect. We talked about that earlier. All right, I'm full of the one-liners today.
Yeah.
All right, Courtney,
Ding.
thank you so much. You rock. You've been killing it.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, that's where we're gonna wrap things up. If you enjoyed this, why don't you drop us one of these? Later.
That was good.